What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. And I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful midday week Wednesday. I'm doing real good myself. Hey, and look, before we get into the featured story here, I just want to go over a brief little history lesson about how we were constantly reclassified, as black and African American and what have you. As you see the title here, about Kenya Moore, about her dressing up as an African, no, not African, but Native American, and now, she received a big backlash behind it, you know what I'm saying? And far as I'm concerned, she has every right to dress as a Native American. You understand? Every right. And she owes nobody an apology for doing so. You understand? See, now I happen to notice when white people dress up as Native Americans, nothing is said about it. And they've portrayed us in movies and every damn thing. They portrayed us, and nobody says anything about it, but the moment an indigenous person, now it's possibly, that Kenya Moore is from, her origins in Africa or what have you. And the thing is this: she has every right to dress as a Native American. Because let me just put it like this. When you're, like the Most High said, he drew men, he made man from the dirt. Okay? We are the only race of people on this planet that basically you can tell, far as our hue goes, our color goes, come from the dirt. We have dirt that's black. We have dirt that's brown. We have dirt that is red. Okay? So what I'm saying is this. When you're drawn from the dirt, you are indigenous wherever you come from. You see what I mean? You are an indigenous person. You are still indigenous to that land. Indigenous means Indian. Okay? That's what it all boils down to. Now, I'm going to show you guys this little chart with all these different reclassifications of names that they've called us over the years. And then after that, I want to show you a few pictures, you understand? But here in 1492, we were called Indians. In 1600s, slave. 1832, Negro. 1965, black. 1900, Negro. 1950, colored. Okay? 1970, Afro-American. 1980, black. 1988, African American. 1999, minority. 2000, black. 2017, African American. You see all these different reclassifications of names just constantly, just keep revolving, recirculating back to the same old thing other than who we are, which is back in 1492. You see? Now let me show you guys a few pictures. Well, here's a Native American right here. You understand that basically, I'm going to tell you, I got someone that's in my family that looks exactly like this man, but of course better looking because it's a female, but she looked exactly, basically the features and everything. These are darker Indians that they want to keep from us, Now, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and so is a mirror. Okay? Check this one out. See, these are the type of pictures that they didn't teach us in school. They didn't teach us pictures like this. They didn't show us pictures like this. You know what I mean? Simply because they wanted to keep our identities concealed as to who we are, as a people. Now y'all see this brother right here. That is an indigenous person right there. That is what is called a black Indian. Okay? Right before your eyes. You see, again, These are things that they want to keep hidden from us. And they get mad whenever we try to reconnect back to our true heritage as a people. They don't like it. Here's another Native American. You understand, as you can see, deep reddish, color. Still like so it's more like almost like a reddish bronze color. You see what I'm saying? Same thing. I have ancestors, that look just like this man right here. So like I'm saying, all they want to do is keep us from knowing who we are as a people. And anytime somebody like Kenya Moore, who's basically not doing any harm at all, just decided to just dress up in a costume, and that's probably all it is to her. She may not even know that she's Native American. A lot of our people don't know, you see, but then get all this damn backlash just because. It's not right. Let's go to the next picture. And of course, you guys know who these two are right here. They need no introduction. You see what I mean? You know who they are, so we'll just move on. I wanted to show you guys this particular picture right here. These are not Native Americans, but guess what they are? Guess what they are? They are actually Chinese. These are Chinese, black Chinese army. And it says here, notice anything odd. You see? Well, again, these are original people right here. All the rest of them that actually came, they were derivative as to who they are called now. But they was this first. This is Chinese right here. Chinese army. So go figure. We're going to go through a couple more pictures. Here's another Native American right here. You see? Look at her. And she's very dark. She's beautiful. You see what I mean? And everything. But like I said, these are the same kind of pictures, the images and stuff like this they want to keep from us. As a matter of fact, to me, she could be a ancestor of Kenya Moore. You want to know the truth about it? Here's another Indian, black Indian, and he bears a striking resemblance to a great jazz player. To me, he looks like Miles Davis. Well, Miles Davis looked like him, just like him, you see. Here's another beautiful sister right here, you see, that they want to reclassify as just being black. There's nothing wrong with that. But, when they did that, it basically stripped us of our heritage and who we are as a people here in this land, you see, which once upon a time, America was called Turtle Island. You see what I mean? And what have you. But see, the heritage stealers, that be, they want to keep all this stuff hidden. But the Most High is making the truth be known. You see, and that's just what it is. And you know what I don't like? Is the ones that came after us. A lot of them know it. And they won't tell the truth. You see what I mean? They will not tell the truth. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. See, we go way back. Here's another sister right here. We go way, way back. See, these people ain't did nothing but lie to us. You see what I mean? All of us didn't come over here on a boat, And for those of us that did, it's nothing wrong with that. Because we've all suffered the wrath, of the Most High. We've all suffered his chastisement just as well. You see? And ain't none of us better than, the other. But the main thing is to focus on the Most High and who we are as a people and what the enemy has done, basically. Now let's get into this story. Now it says here, disgusting, disrespectful, reality star faces backlash over problematic Native American costume. Wow. Kenya Moore right here. Look at this woman right here. See, so she can wear an Indian costume whenever she feels like it. And like I said, it's that she apologized for, but she ain't have nothing to apologize for. As a matter of fact, these damn heritage thieves, identity thieves, need to be apologizing to her, to tell you the truth. Now to get into the story, it says here, Kenya Moore is under fire after donning a Native American costume during a recent episode of the Bravo reality series, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. On the most recent episode of the series, the 50-year-old attended a Halloween party hosted by Flynn Gabadia, wearing a feathered hairdress and fawn suede outfit, while Moore told guests she was dressed as a warrior princess. Her costume choice did not go over well with her co-stars and fans. Bull, you know. Kenya's Native American costume is super problematic, but I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers for this girl's trip. Her co-star Drew Sidora said during the episode, "It seems like I'm the only one who sees the issue with Kenya Moore's decision." All right, look at this woman right here. Look at that. Like I said, she has every right to wear that costume, and that's just all there is to it. You know, it is said in the Garden of Eden, after Adam and Eve sinned, you understand, they sewed fig leaves to hide their privates. That's what it said, you know. Now, when you look at a lot of so-called Native American attire, you know, or indigenous people attire, you know, some of the stuff that they put around, you know, their waist, you know, to cover their, you know, the privates and everything, I can see why it's something like similar to that, you know. But that's just me digressing. Back to the story. Kenya is a Native American warrior. I thought we were doing that. We weren't doing that anymore. I knew that this girl was crazy, but add lame to the list, add whack to the list, Portia Williams added. In addition to Moore's housewife castmates, fans have taken to social media to share their dismay with the star's controversial look. This is ridiculous, man. They sell those costumes in stoners all over the place, and especially on Halloween. And anybody can go and wear those things, and nobody says anything. You know, like I said, white people portrayed our ancestors in movies. Nobody says a thing. Man, get out of here. You know. Now it says here, which is just she just keep repeating something about, I hate this shit too. Kenya Moore, cultural appropriation as a costume. Really, Kenya, you know? That's what this Leland, at Leland Kimsley or whatever says. Let's see.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
All right. This is stupid, man. Cultural appropriation as a costume. Really, Kenya? One person tweeted. I know the episode is airing today, but October 2020 was not that long ago. Another fan added, Kenya Moore should know better than to wear a Native American hairdress for Halloween. Disgusting. Disrespectful. Well, you know, the way y'all acting is disgusting and disrespectful to me, you know, because it's not even this serious, you know. Now to continue, you need to apologize for that costume. Someone else tweeted, Kenya, we don't dress up as Native Americans. If you're wondering how it's problematic, think of how you'd feel if someone dressed up as an African American. Another wrote. Well, where do y'all punk asses be whenever these whites go take their ass and go get in the so-called blackface? I don't hear all these tweets and all this carrying on then. You see? These some dumbass people. That's just all there is to it. Now it says here, Kenya Moore, between Phyllan and at Candy, they killed it. I actually hate Halloween and have dressed up 2 or 3 times in 50 years. Kudos to the RHOA. Kenya, we don't dress up as Native American. As you're wondering, well, we read this right here, you know. But to continue here, eventually, Moore fired back at the criticism, insulting insinuating that because of her own cultural background, her costume was justified. Okay, now you're talking. See, I know Kenya didn't shade Portia all season about her with the Black Lives Matter movement and then show up with an indigenous people costume. 2 strikes, someone tweeted. Moore tweeted the comment and simply replied, also part of my heritage. All right. Yeah, that's the okay then. You like you said, you got every right. And this is my first time even reading this, article. Now, here in a conclusion, right here it says some fans even sided with Moore on this issue, noting that several African and Caribbean cultures were feather hairdressing. They wore feathered hair dress. Okay, Africans, Caribbeans, and different people of color wear headpieces. Someone tweeted along with a link to a photo of Nicki Minaj wearing a traditional Caribbean feather headdress. In the Caribbean and some parts of Africa, they are worn. Folks who don't know their history perish. Moore's co-star Candy Burris came to her defense during The Real Housewife of Atlanta after show admitting that she didn't think anything of her friend's costume. Like I said, they took all this stuff too far. It wasn't even all about this, but all the things that we got going on, and they acting like this about this woman. It goes on to say though, I don't think she was wearing the costume to mock anyone, and I think she thought it was a beautiful costume because it's the sign of a ladder. A chief is someone to look up to, not to be made fun of, said Burrs. And I don't think she was doing it as a joke, to be mean or anything like that. I don't think so either. And they need to climb up. You know what I mean? Stop with all the dumb shit. I got all this other shit going on. And they talking about this woman wearing a so-called Native American costume. All right? It shouldn't be on the market if that's the case. If it's so sacred, right? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this story. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, your views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.